Hey, what's up there, YouTube? Today we're going to open up a box of Zendikar Rising Gift Edition bundle and see what we got in here. We're going to talk about some pack one pick ones and what we do about building a deck out of here. Kind of deck strategies you could do at home. Have to get a little tool here to break this plastic. Cheese and biscuits. Plastic was tough. Okay. Extra packaging. Boom. Neat little art if you care. Okay. And here we got an oversized life counter. Got a Tracks the Raging Island. This is just a bunch of lands here. And there's be another pack of lands. Just basics, nothing fancy. Instructions card. Another instructions card. There's a collector booster. And 10 draft boosters in here. We'll discuss some pack one pick ones and what I would do if we were trying to build a sealed deck here. Alright, let's see what we got. Could be your Outrider. Inordinate Rage. Into the Royal. Smite the Monstrous. Kazandu Nectar Pot. Currently that's Smite the Monstrous or Into the Royal will be our best pick. Ghastly Gloom Hunter. Tuk Tuk Rubble Fort. Makindi Ox. Glacial Grasp. Feed the Swarm. Currently that's our best card. It's a good removal spell. Relic Vial, Grotag Night Runner, Zoff Consumption, also comes a tapped Swamp, Skyclave Apparition, it's a pretty good card. I'm not sure if I want to call it, I wouldn't go as far as to call it a bomb. In this pack, I think the Feed the Swarm would be the best pick. It's not a very strong pack, but definitely Feed the Swarm on this one. Alrighty. Moving on to the next pack. Got a Core Celebrant, Molten Blast, Anti-Cognition, Reclaim the Wastes, It's a good ramp card. That's good. And anti-cognition is pretty good too. Nemana Skitter Sneak. Alternate Art Dread Worm. It's a fine card. Absolutely playable. All right, Expedition Diviner. Alternate art or full art Skyclave Squid. Canopy Bailoff. Acquisitions Expert. Allied Assault. Tangled Florahedron. Tajiru Paragon. Ooh, and a foil Shadow Stinger. The Tajiru Paragon here is a 3/2 for 2. That's a great rate, and that kicker for 3 essentially lets you potentially dig 6 cards down, potentially pass something, play something for free, or for 3, I guess, because you spent the extra 3 to get it. That's not bad. Not what I would call a bomb, but it would be a good pick. It'd be a fine pick. The Count Bailoff would be fine. Dreadworm's a fine card too. Reclaim the Waste, Anti-Cognition. This one you probably have to sit and think about it a little bit, but I'm going to probably go with the Tajiru Paragon here for my pack 1, pick 1. Would go great in a party deck or an elf tribal deck. And that's kind of what you want to either go in the party route or the elf route. So it's kind of you got a lot of room there to work with, because you got 5 different creature types that'll work with that. Typically in a limited environment, something unless it's a tribal set, a tribal related card like that's a little tough to make work. But this card's got a lot of upside there, as long as you can draft a nice big bomb. All right, pack 3. Another Core Celebrant, Inordinate Rage, Field Research, Ghastly Gloom Hunter, Territorial Scythecat, Nemana Skitter Sneak, Makindi Ox, Glacial Grasp, Feed the Swarm, it's our current front runner, Kargan Warleader, Shadow Stinger, Malakir Rebirth, be a good protection for a big bomb if you happen to get one, Legion Angel, if you get 2 of them, it's good, but in limited, it's just a fine card. It's just on rate. It's a 4/3 flyer for 4. Zulaport Duelist, 1/1 for 1 with flash. It's a combat trick on a body. Not bad. All right, so where would I go with this pack? I would go with the removal, Feed the Swarm, even though it's sorcery speed. That'd be your best card to grab here. All right. Pack 4. Got an Angel Heart Protector. Scourge Rider. Chilling Trap. Tajiru Blight Blade. Blood Price. Malakir Blood Priest. Disenchant. Shepherd of Heroes. Living Tempest. Turn Timber Ascetic. Brushfire Elemental. Relic Amulet. Sajiri Shelter. Throne of Makindi. Alright, so here, Throne of Makindi kind of gives you a fixing if you needed it. Definitely not a first pick. Brushfire Elemental is not terrible, but I wouldn't pick it. It's 2 colors. This is another tough pack here. I'd probably go with the Tajiru Blight Blade here. It's a 1/1 for 1 with Death Touch, so it isn't, in a way, it is removal, or it'll at least stop your opponents from attacking into you if you have this on the board. Or you can keep pinging your opponent for 1 while attacking with them repeatedly over and over again. So it's not terrible. The only other card here that's really seems decent would be the Scorch Rider, still playable, and the Angel Heart Protector is playable. These others you really got to go in. Their Blood Price is still playable, but definitely not first pickable. Chilling Trap playable. Little combat trick. Disenchants a sideboard card. Shepherd of Heroes is begrudgingly barely playable. You need that 24th card or 25th card. And Malakir Blood Priest, if you are in a party, then it's a fine card, but you have to be very heavy into a party deck. All right, clean these up. These are not so great on these packs here. Next pack. Cliffhaven Sellsword. Teeter Creek Ambusher. Anti-Cognition. Full Art Kazandu Nectar Pot. Drana's Silencer. Strength of Solidarity. Royal Eruption. Stonework Pack Beast. Malakir Blood Priest. Another Disenchant. Taunting Arbor Mage. Roost of Drakes. It's a fine card there. Kargan War Leader. And Branchloft Pathway. The green-white modal double card. All right, in this case, again, we don't have any real standouts for sure, easy picks. But the Royal Eruption is a red removal spell. And the Anti-Cognition is a decent counter spell. Probably our strongest card here is the Anti-Cognition. And that would be my pack one, pick one here. Or the Roost of Drakes. Actually, the Roost of Drakes is a pretty powerful card if you go into the kicker deck. And for the very least, you get a 2/2 flyer for 4. And every other spell you kick from that point forward is going to give you benefits. So the Roost of Drakes is not a bad pickup either. And Kargan War Leader if you're real heavy into Boros. With a Boros Warrior deck would be a fine card as well. All right, clean these up. And Strength of Solidarity is not a bad card either. Still playable. Next pack. Got a Kabira Outrider. Be fine in a party deck. Scavenged Blade. Chilling Trap. Smite the Monstrous. Best card so far. Gnarlid Colony. Debatably better than Smite the Monstrous. Hagra Constrictor. Rabid Bite. Green removal. Cliffhaven Kite Sail. Akoum Hellhound. Thundering Rebuke. Best removal spell right now. Canyon Jerboa. Not a bad, well, yeah, it's a little overcosted. Spikefield Hazard. Jace Mirror Mage. Not terrible. And we got a foil Skyclave Apparition. Skyclave Apparition is a perfectly playable card. Jace Mirror Mage, some folks would consider it a big bomb. It gives you consistent ability to scry and card selection, which is fine. And you could get a little card draw by removing his from Jace. I mean, worst case scenario, it's a 3-mana draw 1. Best case scenario, you can scry a couple times and draw a couple cards off of it, but he's probably not going to last long. He's going to be a target for sure. The Canyon Jerboa, in my opinion, is still a better card. Thundering Rebuke is probably the best pick card here. And the Gnarlid Colony is a fine pickup as well. Smite the Monstrous is another good card. And if you have a really big beater already, a Cliffhaven Kite Sail wouldn't be a bad pickup late and off of this pack. Nothing real amazing here. Getting some bad packs here. Glad we're not actually drafting this one. We need to open better if we were playing draft. All right, synchronized spellcraft. Cascades here. Farsight Adept. Dauntless Survivor. Playable card. That's currently our leader. Cleansing Wildfire. Tajuru Snarecaster. Deadly Alliance. Probably your best card so far, especially in a party deck. Then it's awesome. Seagate Banneret. It's a fine card. Got a good mana sink on it for late in the game. Scale the Heights. Shadow Stinger. Grotag Night Runner. Core Blademaster. Crag Crown Pathway. Plains and an Angel Warrior token. Alright, and this one, there's really only two cards, or three cards, I guess, that I'd think about drafting. Deadly Alliance being probably the best one. Dauntless Survivor being a good playable card. Scale the Heights is a fine playable, but I wouldn't pick it up this early. And the Core Blademaster is another playable card, especially if you go heavy into Warriors with inequipments. Most of this pack, though, is junk. Alright, next pack, we got a Scorch Rider. Fine playable. Into the Royal. Playable card. Angel Heart Protector. Fine playable. Adventure Awaits. Mind Drain. Shepherd of Heroes. Living Tempest. Turn Timber Ascetic. Cleansing Wildfire. Tajuru Snarecaster. Kitesail Cleric. Fine playable. Roost of Drakes. Fine playable. Jawari Disruption. Playable. Coral Helm Chronicler. That's probably our best card right now. Not what I'd call a bomb, but it's it's strong playable. It's better than some removal spells, actually. So I'd probably go with the Coral Helm Chronicler in this case, because you get to loot essentially whenever you cast a kick spell. So I'd go ahead and start picking up all the kick cards after that. And when ETBs, you can look at the top 5 cards of your library and reveal a card with kicker ability from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, so it does give you a little bit of card selection there. And card draw as it enters for 1 extra mana. So that's fine. Other playables. Jawari Disruption is a fine playable, even though it's tap land on the other side. That's Rooster Drakes, like I said earlier, is playable. Kitesail Cleric is playable. I'd be happy with any of those four. Turn Timber Ascetic is playable. Scorch Rider is a good playable. And Into the Royal is a good playable. So this is actually probably the best pack we've opened so far. lots of good playable cards in it. And just kind of have to hope something wheels on this one, and everybody else is picking stuff that's off color in the other packs we were passing. Next pack. Got a Tormenting Voice, Negate. Currently our winners: Negate, Practice Tactics. Still going with Negate. Fissure Wizard. Still going with the Negate. Jiraga Visionary. It's a fine playable. I still go with the Negate. Marauding Blight Priest. Rabid Bite. Cliffhaven Kitesail. Akoum Hellhound. Iridescent Hornbeetle. It's a fine playable card and +1/+1 counters. Windrider Wizard. Best card so far. We got Balaged Recovery. Fine playable as well. Shatter Skull Charger. It's fine playable. Manifoil McKindy Ox. Alright, so pack one, pick one here. I would take the Windrider Wizard. He's got evasion, flying, 2/2. Actually, no, I'd take the Negate. Someone else is going to grab that up. That would not wheel. Other playable cards: the Windrider Wizard's excellent card. Marauding Blight Priest is on rate, especially if you've got a couple creatures with lifelink, then it's upside. The Jiraga Visionary replaces itself. It's on rate for what it does. It gives you a blocker. Iridescent Hornbeetle, playable, especially in a +1/+1 counter deck. Akoum Hellhound is also not a. It's a potential playable, but it's only going to be good for attacking. And the Cliffhaven Kitesail is a decent equipment card if you're going the equipment deck, but you have to already be committed to that. But pack one, pick one. We definitely go with that Negate there. All right, we got one more typical draft booster left there. And then we'll bust open that collector booster. Okay, we got the Tazim Royal Mage. That's a good card to pick up. Expedition Healer. Fine card. Pyroclastic Helion. Fine card. Broken Wings. Sideboard playable. Drana's Silencer. Cleric of Chill Depths. It's a fine card. Expedition Champion. Spare Supplies, Gruul Draws Mucklord, playable in a +1/+1 counter deck. Marasa Brute, vanilla, on rate. Spring Mantle Cleric, overcosted. Brushfire Elemental, again it's meh, just kind of meh. Skyclave Cleric, Maul of the Skyclaves, a little overcosted, but unlimited wouldn't be terrible. Island and a copy token. Alright, so this pack, we're going to go down to the common level for sure. And I would grab the Tazim Royal Mage in this case, or the Pyroclastic Hylian. Either of those two would be fine cards, depending on what route you think you're going to get it, in what lane is going to be more open, whether it's going to be the blue or the red. Alright, and again, the Expedition Healer would have been a fine card to play, and Marasa Brute's average if you're really struggling. I mean, it's definitely a playable card. It's not going to hurt you. Doesn't have much upside, but there's no downsides to playing that Marasa Brute either. Alright, let's see what we got in this collector booster here. Got a foil insect creature token and a foil core warrior, foil expedition healer, Tajiru Brightblade, Tajiru Snarecaster, Deadly Alliance, currently our winner for pack 1 pick 1, Seagate Banneret, fine playable, Skyclave Plunder, foil Brushfire Elemental, we just can't get away from this guy, foil Full Art Plains, Full Art Nimble Trap Finder, it's a playable card, Hagra Mauling, it's a decent pickup for, destroy target creature for 4. Akum Hellhound,